Did you know that stress and anxiety are related? Do you know the difference between the two? Keep watching to learn more.
What do you want your life to look like? More importantly, what do you want it to feel like? What do you say we help you get a little more clear on that?
Namaste, my love. Monique Christine here, founder of 𝙑𝙤𝙤𝙤𝙤, and I just so happen to be your most favorite spiritual life coach, helping you go from burnt out to glowed up. So we are continuing our 30 Days of Mental Health series, and today is all about stress and anxiety. Did you know that the two are related? Well, whether you know or not, you will by the end of this video, and you'll also come to understand the differences between the two as well as the similarities, all right? Before we get into all of that, if you haven't already, be sure to subscribe and ring that bell so you get notifications every time I upload something new. I do not want you to miss out. Make sure you check the description box below because I do have goodies for you. And stick around because at the end, I'm going to offer you 2 natural ways to support your stress levels and to hopefully tamp down that anxiety, all right? At least to keep it where it's manageable. Okay, so let's get into it. Okay, so yesterday we talked about stress. The video was literally what is stress. I'll make sure I put a card above and a link below for you to check that out. So we actually need to kind of refresh your memory before we get into adding anxiety in today, all right? So let's do that. So stress is it's your physical or mental response to something happening outside of you, an external cause, like having a lot of homework or being sick, okay? A stressor, something that causes stress, can be like a one-time thing, it can last for a short period of time, or it can continue over extended periods of time. And the extended periods of time, that's like chronic illness or toxic relationships, things like that. Something that's short-lived may just be like a one-off argument with someone, or like a presentation that you have to give, like a public speaking event. And then like a one-time thing might be it might be that case where you're like crossing the street and that car comes whipping around the corner and you have to like jump back super quick. That could be a one-time thing, okay? So typically it is, like I said, a response to something that's happening outside of you, and to a certain extent you feel as though you don't have control over that situation. Now, with the caveat, if it's eustress, the good type of stress, that's like when you're planning a vacation, you're getting ready for a new baby or something, you still may feel as though you don't have as much control, but it doesn't weigh down on you because you're looking forward to the end result, okay? Like that new baby or that partner or that incredible vacation, okay? Stress typically will go away once the situation is resolved, okay? Unless it's chronic stress. Now, stress also can be positive or it can be negative, and that's what we broke down yesterday. The eustress, the distress, the eustress and the distress, and then the 2 types of distress, right? If it's positive, it could inspire you to meet a deadline, but if it's negative, it could cause you to lose sleep, okay? Just as an example. So that's stress. Anxiety, on the other hand, is your reaction to stress. And because it is your reaction to stress, whether there's a perceived threat or not, that makes it internal. It's something that's happening inside of you, okay? It's not, stress is where you're responding to something happening outside of you, okay? Fight or flight mode. Anxiety is response to the stress, even if there's no perceived threat. So there may be nothing like actually happening, but you could be feeling this sense of dread. Anxiety usually involves a persistent feeling of apprehension or dread. and it doesn't go away. You just kind of feel like there's always something wrong, like you're always waiting for the other shoe to drop, or like you just always kind of have to be on your P's and Q's, on your toes. It's that feeling of walking around on eggshells. If you've ever been in a situation like dealing with someone else where you do have to walk around on eggshells. Anxiety is like that. And anxiety actually interferes with how you live your life. Anxiety is constant, okay? Even if there's no immediate threat. So an outsider looking in may see, hey, there's absolutely nothing wrong. Meanwhile, you on the inside are like all types of disheveled and just not relaxed. Again, just feeling uptight, feeling tense, feeling anxious, like you just have to be on guard, waiting for something. Now, both stress and anxiety, both of them can affect your mind and your body. You might experience symptoms like excessive worry, uneasiness, tension, headaches or body pain, high blood pressure, or a loss of sleep. Okay? So, it's important to manage your stress. Anxiety is a response to stress, but if you live in a constant state of stress, you have now kind of taught your system to always be on guard. And so that's why with these chronic stresses, chronic illnesses, toxic relationships, if you just continue to stay in that heightened space of fight or flight, then it starts to kind of become imprinted in you. And this is almost like a new habit that you've created. And this is where you are more susceptible, you're more at risk to developing those mental health disorders that we talked about on another day. Card above, link below for that, okay? So anxiety is a mental health disorder. Now, if you are living in a chronic state of stress all the time, and now you've developed anxiety, if you're not managing either one, then now you're that much more at risk for developing depression and other things. So it's like a breakdown, and then you're in that negative feedback loop, right? So it's so important that you manage your stress, negative stress, and that you kind of separate out the good stress from the bad stress. Because like we said yesterday, not all stress is created equal. Not all stress is bad. Some stress is good to have because it helps you to perform better. But understand that the longer you stay in that space of the stress response, the more damage you're doing to yourself, physically and mentally, especially mentally, okay? But remember this one, your body, your energy, everything in your life is listening to what's happening in your mind. So if your mind is not in the right place, then it's absolutely going to impact your physical health as well. Your emotional health is part of your mental health, okay? So to manage your stress and to manage your anxiety, you're going to want to do things like breath work, deep breathing, meditation, journaling, yoga, okay? And so this is where my solution for you comes in, the two natural ways that I want to offer you to support your stress, to bring down those negative stress levels and to quell that anxiety. This is going to be your yoga and your meditation. And I have a 7-day trial waiting for you to my virtual studio with more than 140 meditations and yin yoga flows, literally just waiting for you, all on demand for you to dive into anytime that you like. I've even created a 7-day meditation plan or track or whatever. There's 7 videos set aside for those of you who are new to meditation or want to create that meditative practice. The videos are between 5 and 8 minutes long, okay? I know that you can find that amount of time each day to focus on yourself. The yoga, I also have like a 7-day track of that for you, for those of you that are interested in the 7-day trial. And those are, I think the longest one is like maybe 48 minutes, somewhere around there, but I don't think any of them go over 50 minutes. Whereas a typical yin yoga class with me is going to be at least 60 minutes, okay? But you can dive into that. You can pour into yourself. If you love it, stick around. If you don't love it, you can cancel at any time. But it's not going to cost you anything. You've got nothing to lose, everything to gain. So why not gift yourself with some relaxation so that you can bring it down, so that you can perform at a higher level, so that you can enjoy a better quality of life, so that you can stick around longer, so you can have less grays and fewer wrinkles, right? All of the things. So that you feel good, so that you don't feel like your body is breaking down. All of it. Yes, yes. It's so funny. Like some things that are so simple, it's almost like it's too good to be true. It can't possibly be that simple. Yes, my love, it can and it is. So it's up to you. The link is below for you to dive in. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to reach out to me. You can absolutely email me. And I would love to hear from you. If you have questions, you can throw those in the comments as well. Whatever you want to do, boo, I'm here. And I really hope that you found this helpful. I hope that you now understand the correlation between stress and anxiety, the similarities, the differences, and why it's so important to manage your stress, because it creates that domino effect. And we don't want that kind of domino. That's not the fun domino that we want, all right? All right, my love. Oh, and as far as journals go, you'll have to stick around, okay? I will have a big announcement for you in just a couple of days as to where you can find some really incredible journals. That's all I'm gonna say. Okay, I love you. If you haven't already, be sure to subscribe, ring that bell so you get notifications every time I upload something new, because I don't want you to miss that announcement. And sharing is caring, share far and wide. If you know anyone who might be super stressed, maybe you have been kind of trying to mention to them like, hey, you know, you kind of seem like you're stressed a lot more than usual, then you can send them this so that they understand, you know, you're not trying to nag them, you're trying to help them. Because it's not good for any of us to remain stressed out. All right, I'll see you soon, my love. Stay safe, and remember, self-love and self-care, they're never, ever, ever selfish. Anyone who tries to make you feel otherwise does not have your best interest at heart. Cut them loose. I'll see you soon. Namaste.